Hey guys, welcome back. So this is the last video of the series where we'll take a look at IMM 5533, that is the document checklist. Now we'll take a look at how to fill the form, the supporting documents, how to label them and where to upload. I will show you exactly what I uploaded. We'll also take a look at how to make the fee payment, how to get the PR photo, that's the principal applicant's application photo. We'll take a look at the relationship photos and the description of those photos, and then we'll also take a look at how to get the letter or how to draft the letter from friends and family. And we'll go through these one by one as it when it comes up on the document checklist. So you can get started by downloading the checklist from here, and once you do that, open it up. So that's gonna be here. Right, so we'll go through this one by one. Part A is forms required. So this is a checklist of the forms that we have already filled. So the document checklist is this particular form, so just check mark that, and we'll also be uploading this. Then these are the forms for the sponsor. So that's the IMM 1344. So we filled that, so just check it once you upload it. Then the application fees. It says attach a single receipt with the sponsorship fee, the application fee, and the biometric fee for the principal applicant. So you can go back to your dashboard and scroll down to the fee payment section and click on pay or fees here. And once you do that, scroll down, go here and answer a few questions to get. So here we'll tell them what kind of application we are submitting. So we are doing a sponsorship, so that will be sponsor a family member. Continue. Who are you sponsoring? So that's a spouse. And then you will pay the right of permanent residence fee right now itself. So just click I'll pay the RPRF now. And is your spouse or common law partner bringing dependent children with them to Canada? So in my case it was no. And do you need to pay for biometrics? So I had already given my biometrics when I applied for a study permit, but I had to give it again. So I selected yes. I think anyone applying after June of last year has to give the biometrics again. So I think it should be yes for for all of us. So select yes here, and then you will get a summary of the fee that you have to pay. So up till today, April 29th, it's still this much. This might go higher starting tomorrow or starting after tomorrow. But once you reach the stage, you get the exact amount of fees that you have to pay. And then you can just click login and pay here. And then you can create an account to pay your fees. If you already have an account, then you can just enter your email and password and login. Or if you're a new client, then just register and enter your email address and you can create a new account. So once you do that, you will be able to download the fee receipt, which would look like this. There will be a barcode here and it will have the exact amount of fees that you paid, and then like additional information, and it will have the invoice number will be the label of the document. I just changed it up here, but you don't have to change it. So you can come back to your dashboard and just click on upload here on fee payment, and then select the fee document. So that's here, and then just upload it. Yep, once that's uploaded, we can come back to our document checklist. So since we paid the right of permanent residence fee, we will check mark, we'll check this box. Then we come to financial evaluation. Only complete this form if the person you are sponsoring has one or more dependents. So in my case it was no, and we are completing this application on the basis of no dependents. So if that's the case, then just leave the box blank. Then we come to sponsored persons. So this is forms the principal applicant has to fill and submit. So for class of applicant, it would be I'm currently living in Canada with my sponsor and applying under spouse or common law partner in Canada class. And for this, you must be living with your sponsor in Canada. So this was the case for me. So this is what we selected. Then the generic application form for Canada. This is the one that we filled online. IMM 0008. Then country specific requirements. You can check any country specific requirements on this link. Since I'm from India and it's an inland application, there weren't any additional forms that I had to submit, so it was not applicable, so I just put an NA here. Any additional family information 5406 is again the form that we filled on the dashboard itself, so just check it. Then background declaration is 5669. It's again the dashboard form, just check it. And then we come to both sponsor and principal applicant forms. So here we have relationship information and sponsorship evaluation. That's the 5532, which is the PDF form that we had uploaded here. Then use of representative 5476. Use this form if you want to name a representative. Now me and my wife did not hire anyone, so we checked this box and also this box here. Now if you are hiring someone, then you should check this box and complete this 5476 form. Then for authority to release personal information, again this was not applicable, so if you select this, then just proceed to part B of the checklist. Now part B, we come to supporting documents, so let's take a look at that. So here we have some important reminders, which says you must provide certified translations in either English or French for all documents that are not already in English. For online applications, upload a PDF of the original document. And you must also check the country specific requirements to confirm whether there are any special instructions or guidance for documents based on your country of residence or issued by a specific country. So firstly, we have supporting documents for sponsor. So it's status in Canada, the box which describes your status in Canada. This is for the sponsor. So my wife at the time, she was a permanent resident. So you must provide a photocopy of your PR card for both sides. Now an important thing to note here is that even if the card is expired, you can still submit a copy of the expired card. I personally made a mistake here where I thought an expired card is not valid, so I ended up waiting for a couple of months for my wife's new PR card to arrive, and I basically lost out on that time. So if that's the case for you, it explicitly mentioned here that even an expired card is fine. So yeah, that's just your spouse's PR card if they are a PR. So let's take a look at that here. So this is what it would look like, just a PR card, both front and back on 2 pages of the PDF. And then let's take a look at also how to label the documents. So in the dashboard, we have instructions on how to label the document, and the naming convention goes like this. So last name, first name, the document type, and the number. So for example, if you had 2 documents for the police certificate, then you put your last name, first name, police certificate, and then -1. And then if you want to upload the second part, then last name, first name, document type, again police certificate, -2. And this is the example, so it's fairly straightforward. Yeah, so I've just added 1, 2 and 3 here, so they appear in order while I'm presenting to you. You do not need to add this. In fact, you should not add these numbers. So yeah, just follow the exact convention that is mentioned on the dashboard. So that would be last name, first name, including your middle name. So the document type is status in Canada, which you can get from the checklist here, status in Canada, and then -PR card. So this is the way I did it. And then for the sponsor, the PR card, I uploaded it in the additional supporting document. So just search for permanent resident card here and then upload for sponsor, and then the PR card. Now again, a reminder, do not add these numbers in your document labeling. I've just added them so they appear in order. So yeah, this is the PR card done. Moving on, the second one is, are you, the sponsor, a Canadian citizen living outside Canada? So this wasn't the case for me, so the answer is no. The sponsor, person you're sponsoring, have children together, so this was no, so I just selected no here. And then previous relationships, are you, the sponsor, currently married to anyone other than the person you're sponsoring? So no again. Have you, the sponsor, previously been sponsored yourself for permanent residence? So my wife, she was sponsored by her brother 5 years ago, so this was yes for her, so I selected yes. and then just provided the name of her brother. So it says, if you have answered yes, please provide the full name and date of birth of your sponsor here. So just the name and the date of birth of her brother. And have you, the sponsor, ever been previously married? Chose again no for me. If yes, then you need to answer these additional questions. Have you, the sponsor, ever been in a common law relationship? Which again was no. Then we come to employment and source of income. So if you are working in Canada, this is for the sponsor. Your sponsor is working in Canada. Provide an original letter from your current employer stating your period of employment, salary, and regular hours per week, or supporting financial documents if you're self-employed. So my wife is working in Canada. So what I did was took a screenshot of these instructions and sent it to her, and then she forwarded it to her HR, who then got us the document that we need. So this is what it should look like. So if you look at the employment letter, yes. So dear sir, madam, this letter confirms that the sponsor has been employed at this company since this date, has held the following position between this date to present, has held full-time position of this title at this location, and is responsible for, and then the job responsibilities. So this is what it looked like. Now let's get back to the document checklist. So we also have here, it says provide this document and one of these documents issued by CRA. So as of this is this notice of assessment. So it says your most recent notice of assessment must include line this or proof of income statement. So after you file your taxes, you get your notice of assessment on my CRA website. So I just downloaded that and then uploaded this document. So it should have everything, all the information there, and then you can just upload this document. So now let's upload these two. So we'll go to the dashboard again, and then go to, we'll upload it in the additional supporting documents. So here we go to the document type was employment source of income. So just search here employment or source of support, and then upload the document. And then notice of assessment. Again, for the sponsor, the notice of assessment. All right, so now we get to supporting documents for the sponsored persons. So that's the principal applicant. Now we start with identity documents, travel documents, and passports. So the principal applicant must provide the following photocopies for yourself and your family members. So most recently issued passport or travel documents for you, including only copies of pages showing the passport or travel document number, date of issue. So the first and last page if you have an Indian passport. Then if you are in Canada or have previously traveled to Canada, you must also include pages of any passport in your possession which bear an entry stamp made by a Canadian authority. So this was the case for me. So this is what my passport document looked like. So the first page, the last page, and then the stamps here when and where I traveled. So this one here. So both these pages showed that. So we can upload this here. So upload this in travel documents and passport. So again, principal applicant. So either travel documents, passport. A reminder again, do not add these 1, 2, 3 numbers in your document. I just did that so they appear in order and I know which document I'm looking at. Moving on. So this here states if you are living in Canada, provide proof of your status in Canada. So example could be copy of temporary resident visa, study permit, or work permit. And if you do not have status in Canada, please provide an explanation on a separate piece of paper. So I did have status. So what I did was uploaded a copy of my work permit and my temporary resident visa again. So again, this is what the document that I uploaded looked like. So the work permit and the valid temporary resident visa. Again, just upload that and proof of status. Moving on, birth certificates or baptismal certificates. So again, this is what the birth certificate looked like for me. And then you can just upload it here. Then we come to listed in the country specific requirements for a country or of citizenship or residence, copies of national identity cards. So neither of this apply to me. So just select this box. Then civil status document, current relationship. If you, the principal applicant, are legally married to your sponsor, provide your marriage certificate or other proof that you're legally registered with the government authorities. So since I'm in British Columbia, this is what the marriage certificate looked like. So just one page, and this is what I uploaded right here. Yeah, so it's not an option here. So just search for marriage certificate and upload it here. Then we come to additional information about children. Again, wasn't applicable for me, so I did not check any boxes here, but then I just checked this box. Then police certificates and clearance. I did have to get a police clearance certificate from India. So check this box. Any other country other than Canada in which you spent 6 or more months in a row. For me, it was just India. If it's any other country for you, then less than you. Then Canadian police certificates, you do not require it. So yeah, you do not require it if you have lived in Canada for the last 6 months, or Canada is the country where you have lived for most of your life since the age of 18. And it's not required at this time. IRCC will make a request for a Canadian police certificate on your behalf if it applies to you. So the Indian police certificate, it looked like this. I did have to go to BLS. That's the agency that gets the police clearance certificates for you. I did have to go to their Vancouver office since that's where I am. So yeah, this is what the police clearance certificate looked like once it was mailed to me. So I took a scan of it and just uploaded it here. And then we have military service. Check this box. Did you, the principal applicant, do military service? Was no for me, so just selected no. And check this box if you're providing military document. So since I didn't check it. Then for photos, this is your application photo for the principal applicant. When applying online, upload the front and back of one photo to your application for each of your accompanying family members and yourself, and then follow the instructions on photo specifications here. You can also get this link on the dashboard. Yeah, this is the guide for permanent resident photos. So it has the photo specifications here and the name and date of birth of the person in the photo and date and name of the address of the photo studio. So what you can simply do is go to any, since I'm in Vancouver, we have Shoppers Drug Mart and London Drugs here. They provide these services. So I just went there. I told them I need a photo for the PR application. So they did. So they clicked the photo, and then I asked for a physical copy since we also have to scan the back of the photo. This is what I did exactly. So this is a 2-page PDF, and the first page was just the photo, and then the second page was a scan of the back of the photo, which shows the name and place, name and address of the place where the photo was taken, the date on which it was taken, and then I wrote my name and date of birth myself and took a scan of that and created a PDF where both are together. One tip I would give you here is do not wear a white colored top when you go to click your photo, since they use a white background, so they may refuse to click the photo for you. So just wear a dark colored top. And once you have that ready, just upload it to the photos. Yep, right here. All right, let's move on. Then we have medical examination. It says do not complete a medical exam at this time. So my medical exam was still valid. I think it is valid for 5 years. So I didn't have to give one. And then in the name of panel physician, just put any. And then we come to proof of relationship documents. So for proof of relationship, you and your spouse currently living together. If yes, select yes, and then provide the following documentation. Pick at least 2 of the following sets of documents. Check the boxes to show which documents you are providing. Now you have to select at least 2. Since I had a lot of these documents, I selected more just to make a stronger case, a stronger application. So the first one was a rental agreement. Now, since I'm in BC, the rental agreement looks like this. So in proof of relationship documents, this is what the rental agreement looked like. It had both my name and my spouse's name, so it shows that we are living together. Then proof of joint utility accounts, electricity, gas, telephone, internet, joint credit card accounts or joint bank accounts, and said submit a minimum of 1 joint bill. Now, I did upload proof of joint utility account, which is BC Hydro, that's the electricity. Initially, I did not have my wife's name on here, so I called them and got it added. So in BC, I recommend you do that since the BC Hydro bill generates once in every 2 months, so it might take a while. So just get that added quickly. So yeah, then we have joint bank accounts. So just downloaded this from the banking website, and it has both our names here, which shows that we have a joint bank account. Then we have vehicle insurance. So we do have a car and both of our names are on the insurance. So this is what our insurance looks like with both our names. Copies of government issued documents for you and your sponsor showing the same address, example driver's licenses. So that's what I uploaded, and it says submit a minimum of 1 government issued document for each person. Now for this, I wasn't sure if 1 PDF with both of our driver's licenses required or separate PDFs for me and my wife is required. So I went with the latter. I uploaded separate PDFs, and yeah, this is what the driver's license looked like. So 1 for me and then 1 for my wife and then 1 for me. Uploaded both the documents separately. Then we have other documents issued to you or your sponsor showing the same address, whether the accounts are held jointly or not. So cell phone bills, pay stubs, tax forms, bank or credit card statements, insurance policies. So you can basically upload any of these documents that show you or your sponsor basically living together at the same address. So I uploaded the cell phone bill which had our address. So again, we are joined on the cell phone account, but the bills were generated separately. So I uploaded 2 separate PDFs, and then also uploaded pay stubs for my wife and for myself both, which again showed our addresses as being the same. Now for supporting documents which shows joint ownership or both names together, I put my name, the principal applicant's name, in the label. So for example, for the rental agreement which has both our names, I put my name and proof of relation to sponsor as the document type, and then what the document is. So yeah, that's something I did. Then we have, do you and your spouse have children together, which was no. Is this the first marriage for you and your sponsor? Yes. Have you and your sponsor been married for a minimum of 2 years as of the date of this application, which was no for us. So since it was no, and since it says check here if you have answered yes to all of the questions, but if you have not answered yes to all of the questions above, please provide these additional documents also, which includes the photos. So for photos, it's photos of your wedding, customary celebrations, engagements and outings. Provide a maximum of 20 photographs of your relationship taken at different times and places. When applying online, upload your photos to your application in any one of the following formats: JPEG or PDF. So what I did was I used Google Docs, added all the photos in there, and then downloaded that as a PDF and uploaded that. And yeah, so for your photos, upload photos in which there are family members in various ceremonies, and in outings also if possible. But for outings, it's not necessary. If it's just the 2 of you, that's fine. Yeah, this will basically help you make a stronger case for a genuine relationship, showing other family members in the photos. So let's take a look at what I did. So yeah, in the photo, I basically had all of the separate PDFs with 5 photos each, with the engagement ceremony, wedding ceremony, and one more ceremony that we had. And then in the out, it basically looked like this. So just 5 photos bundled together, and then a separate document for the description. So it says here, please upload a separate document providing a brief description of context of each photo provided and label your photos accordingly. So I just created this on Google Docs again. So this is what the description looked like. Supporting document for Ryan class was spouse or common law partner in Canada class. Just some details here: principal applicant, sponsor, subject, and below is a list of photos from various ceremonies and outings of the principal applicant and the sponsor. and then the ceremony names, document labels, and then the description of the photos. And then we also have a select at least 2 of the following 4 options, provide documents requested for each. So important documents for you and your spouse showing that you're recognized as each other's spouse, such as employment or insurance benefits. Now, so I did have my spouse as a dependent on my employer insurance. So I uploaded a document that shows that. So again, in proof of relationship for additional documents, I uploaded a document with insurance benefits with both our names. I also uploaded proof of relationship with our marriage receipt, statement of marriage and receipt. Then then we have documentary evidence of financial support between you and your sponsor and shared expenses. Now the list of documents here covered that, so I did not upload anything additional to that. Anything additional to what I've already showed you for this, but I did check it. And then other proof that your relationship is recognized by your friends and family. So letters from friends, family, social media information showing a public relationship. So again, I took screenshots of our social media posts with likes and comments of our friends. So this is what it looked like. So just screenshots of us on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, and then a letter from family and friends. So this is what it looked like. So I got it from my brother-in-law, who was a Canadian citizen. So the format of the letter goes like this. So, to whom it may concern, I am writing this letter to support the spousal sponsor for my brother-in-law, principal applicant being sponsored by my sister, who is the sponsor. My name is this, and I am this person. So he is my spouse's brother. Yeah. So they met each other on this date and started dating on this date. I first became aware of their relationship on this date after being told by this person during my trip to India. I also met Ryan on this day for coffee. Their commitment to each other was evident when they got engaged on this date. I could not attend as it took place in Mumbai, but my family was there. And then I was fortunate to be present at their civil ceremony wedding, which was held at this place. I also attended this ceremony held over here. So this part basically shows that the relationship is genuine, that this person recognizes spouse and the principal applicant have known each other. And the dynamic between sponsor and Ryan is truly heartwarming. They have genuine love, care, respect for each other. Dedication to each other shines through, having completed 3 years of long distance relationship before finally being together. They have known each other for 8 years now, and during this time they have shown true commitment. An example, now getting specific here, so if you can provide an example, that's great. An example that highlights their genuine care and affection is when Ryan arrived in Canada on this date and had to undergo a 14-day quarantine. The sponsor dropped off food outside my Airbnb almost every other day. Which shows commitment to each other. And then it's good if you can also show that you and your wife constantly met and stayed in touch. This is what we have here, which says after Ryan's quarantine was over, he stayed with us for a couple of weeks, and then he moved to this place. A few weeks later, we moved to this place, which was very close to Ryan's residence. So as a result, he would meet our family very frequently. And then this part showing that the principal applicant and the sponsor have been a part of each other's families. So the sponsor has been embraced wholeheartedly by Ryan's family since they met, and I can confidently say that she has been an integral part of their lives. Likewise, Ryan has become an inseparable member of our family. And in conclusion, I wholeheartedly support sponsors and principal applicants' application for sponsorship. Their relationship is genuine, built on love, respect, and shared values. I'm confident that they will continue to strengthen that bond and contribute positively to Canada. And then lastly, just provide contact information for the person who is providing this letter. So if you require any further information, clarification, please do not hesitate to contact me at this phone number or this email ID. And then the last couple of pages were an ID of the person you're getting the letter from. So getting back to our checklist, we have reached the end. So just select all your check boxes here, and then the last page has reminders for signatures. So just a list of all the forms and where the forms must be signed and by who, so the sponsor or principal applicant. So just double check here looking at this document. So for 1344, the form must be signed by the sponsor and principal applicant. So just open your 1344 document and see if it has been signed. IMM 00085532. So here let's page 3 question 9, declaration of sponsor, page 8 question 12. So just open these documents, scroll to these sections and check if they have been signed by the correct person. And yeah, this is what it is. Just double check your application and keep checking these boxes as and when you're done with it. So now let's take a look at how to upload each of the supporting document. So we'll scroll back here to this list. So we start with the rental agreement. Now when you go back to your dashboard, these documents will have to be uploaded under additional supporting documents. So just select for the type of document that you're uploading. So all of these will fall under proof of relationship to sponsor. So just search for proof of relationship. Now there are two options here, proof of relationship and proof of relationship to sponsor. Now the way I segregated these were in the documents which had my name, so the principal applicant's name, I put the document type as proof of relationship to sponsor. But in the documents that had my wife's name in the label, I just put proof of relationship. So you can also do that if you'd like to. So just select proof of relationship here and then upload these documents one by one. So go to proof of relationship and then rental agreement. And then for the letter from friends and family, you can select letter of support and just upload it. All right, and once you're done uploading all the documents, you can just come back to your form, save it, and then upload it to your portal. So I'm just going to close this and then upload the document checklist right here in IMM 5533. Let's go. All right, and now that you have uploaded, the last step for you is to sign the declaration. So just start this. Do you, the principal applicant, consent to be contacted by IRCC? Yes. Consent to release information for evaluation purposes. I agree that the information contained in this application related to my intended occupation, education, work experience may be shared with prospective employers. I selected yes. Then just scroll down and electronically sign your application. Enter your full name as it appears on your passport. So just enter your full name and just complete and return to application. And once you do this, your application is complete, and now you can just click on submit to submit your application. Thank you so much for watching. This wraps up our series for inland spousal sponsorship. I hope you found value in these videos and it helped you complete your application. All the best for your application. I hope it gets approved as soon as possible. For me, it's been 8 months. I applied in August last year and I'm still awaiting my final COPR. I did receive the COPR number in the application tracker in Feb, but I found out later that it does not really mean anything, that's not the final COPR number. So I did receive the first email from IRCC to which I replied, and now I'm awaiting the second email. After I reply to the second email, then after a few days I get the eCOPR. So I'm still awaiting. Hopefully yours gets approved faster than that. And yeah, if you did find this helpful, be sure to drop a like and a comment. Thank you so much.